Hello everyone, welcome back to more Spongebob. Playing Robotic Revenge, and we're gonna play as Squidward this time around. Yeah, and look at this guy. Look at this guy walk around. Oh my gosh. He just lunges himself at people. Just full force demolishes anything in its path. His path. So yeah, I do really like the character models in this game. All of them have really big eyes, I guess, to make them stand out. And it just makes them look kind of cute. But definitely Squidward blends in with the environment. It was Derek from Classic Game Room that said, "Bippity bobbity boo, why is this game so blue?" And that is true. And that's a rhyme for me and you. But yeah, this game is very blue, and I don't think it ever changes colors. Unlike the console game, which at least had, you know, some different environments, I think this is mostly the same environment throughout the entire game. Okay, those guys can just hover over. So, I mean, I was gonna see about maybe jumping over there, but I wasn't gonna risk it. I'll just go along. Actually, is this? Oh, this is just the way I was supposed to go. Okay. So, little Jab Master trivia. Oh, by the way, hey, Flying Dutchman. Hello again. We meet up again. And let me see. Yep, Squidward is also a giant. He towers over all. So weird. I don't know what the deal is with giant characters in these games. You know, Fanboy was a massive giant in the Nicktoons MLB game from 2 weeks ago, or should I say 1 day ago, because I'm recording this just a day after recording that one video. But yeah, a little Jam Master trivia. I saw 2 movies today. Not 1, but 2, both in theaters, back to back. The Bad Guys 2 and The Naked Gun. Bad Guys 2 was good, Naked Gun was absolutely incredible. So that's my little short summary. You can go on my Letterboxd page to find more. Letterboxd.com/Novan, I think. I don't know. I don't really know how the Letterboxd websites work. Let's see, did I miss anything over here? Look at this guy's run cycle. Look at this guy. It's so cool. He's flailing his arms around like crazy. He's getting a lot of work. He's getting a good workout right now. I'm not joking too. You know, something that I pay attention to a lot in games is animation. Specifically character animation. If you know from my It Takes Two playthrough with Ram, I definitely talked a great deal about that. So I definitely pay attention to that whenever I'm playing games, and I'll tell you what. Squidward's run cycle in playing Robotic Revenge on consoles is not that great. I don't like the little jog that he's doing. I guess it fits the character. Like, this run cycle is very weird for Squidward. Squidward is not usually this athletic, but it looks cooler. I guess, yeah, his run cycle in the console game fits Squidward more. But also, you know, it doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing. Aesthetically pleasing. There we go. But I like this walk cycle. It's pretty cool. I like SpongeBob's walk cycle from I think personally, in terms of walk cycles on the console version, Sandy's my favorite. I think. Actually, come to think of it, I don't really remember walk cycles in that game. Mr. Krabs I always found weird because he does the same with this game, but he doesn't scuttle about like in the show. He weirdly just walks normally, which I always found odd. But I guess it's kind of hard to have a model do a scuttle. Oh, that's the end of the level. I don't want to go there just yet. I want to break some crates. I want to look around for some more sprockets. See, I would have missed all this stuff if I would have just gone straight for the exit. What is it with games released in what is it with kids games released in 2013 that use sprockets? Because I mean, you think about it, even Ratchet and Clank, I think Full Frontal Assault released in 2013, and that had sprockets in it. I guess bolts. They call them bolts. Alright, we're going back to Spongebob. Upgrade the Pickle Blaster once more. And let's go. See, his run cycle's kind of weird. I think his arm looks particularly strange. It's just kind of like flailing about. And it's like flailing about in a very weird fashion. But I love the character models. They just look, yeah, I guess a good word for them is, yeah, cute. This is like the, this is the SpongeBob plush you buy at this is the SpongeBob claw machine plush. This is the best way to describe it. But this level's kind of annoying, because there's not many health crates, and you're just kind of on this pathway, and these bullets are harder to avoid in the DS game because of just how limited, you know, space you're available to move, and how tiny the bullets are, and how big your character model is. So I actually like this song better in the DS version. In the console version, it's a bit faster. But here it actually sounds more intense. Oh no. And bear in mind, cutscenes are actually pretty, or checkpoints are actually pretty infrequent in these types of levels. So I could be, you know, if I die here, I'm redoing a lot of gameplay. Luckily, I got my Pickle Blaster, you know, all ready to go. It's almost fully leveled up, so hopefully this won't be too much of an issue, but we will see, because this level ain't ending anytime soon. Oh no. This doesn't look good. I'm just holding down that firing button just in case something like that happens. Ah, there you go. Oof. Are we nearing the end? Jeez, these guys you don't even see until, you know, until they're there. Until they're 2 feet away from your face. You know, at least this game does a pretty good job at, you know, locking on. Okay, as I say that, Spongebob just sits there and doesn't lock on at all. So, never mind. Uh-oh. Okay. Yep, getting very cramped here. Maybe a little too cramped. Uh-oh. I think that's the end. Whew. Nerve-wracking. Oh, and, okay. Why? Oh, okay. I thought that was a health chest. I'm like, why give me a health chest now? Okay. Mr. Krabs. I mean, okay, he sort of scuttles in this version. Sort of. You can't really see his legs, so maybe he is scuttling under there. But, yeah, don't you like how, Mr. Krabs' face doesn't reach the bottom of his little picture there? So he cuts off at the bottom? Man, he really is just, like, throwing his whole arm around. But yeah, you know, there's definitely a lot of DS games that I kind of would like to do just one-off videos. I did that with Nicktoons MLB. But definitely as I was playing, you know, as I'm playing this, and as I was playing Nicktoons MLB, I'm like, yeah, you know, there's a lot of other games that I really wouldn't mind just doing, like, one video of. But I can't really think about it at the top of my head. I would have to... You know, I would have to think about it later on. But some kind of oddball games that I'm pretty sure I can't finish, but I played maybe like once when I was a kid. And just, you know, revisiting them. Something like, what is a game that I had when I was a kid? Like Phineas and Ferb, the first Phineas and Ferb game. I had that for a brief period of time when I was a kid. Could never beat it. What else is there? Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island. Another game I could never beat. The DS version, at least. I mean, I've beaten the GameCube version multiple times. Did it on a Let's Play if you want to go check that out. Or don't. Look at Mr. Krabs go, man. He is just so freaking happy. Or maybe happiness isn't the right word for it. But, yeah. So, you know, on my not recording videos time, I guess you could call that my off time, I've been dabbling in a few other games. I'm getting back into playing the first Little Big Planet again. which is pretty cool. It's fun to play that after not playing it for years. But that's definitely a game I will not be speedrunning. Let's grab all these goodies, and then I think you're just supposed to shoot this from off screen, yeah. You know, I do like how his I guess eye stalks, I guess that's what you could call them. Mr. Krabs' eye stalks are unaligned. You know, they alternate. I kind of like that. That's a neat little animation. In the console version, they're all, you know, they're both stationary. Again, you know, I pay attention to these things. Whenever I'm playing games, I just notice them. I like little details like that. Like, man, oh man, I played a little bit of. I already beaten it. I did a video on it, whatever I did, but I recently played just a little bit more Crash Bandicoot 4, and man, the freaking animation in that game is beautiful. I love the way that game looks. It's brutal. The game is like, I never want to beat that game ever again. That final level almost broke me. But it's a beautiful game. The animation is just so tight on both. I love the running animation. You know, I love just the facial animations. On both Coco and Crash. Running animations are both just great. So good. It's so good. Anyway, Patrick, I don't like his running animation. It's more of like a fast walk than, you know, not even like a jog. It's just like a slightly sped up walk. So can't say I think that's well done. But it's another one of these chase missions. I think there's one per 5 levels. Or I guess one per world? I mean, would you count the last level? Would you... You know, I guess it's like... I guess the world indicates, you know, the boss fight. Like, when there's a boss fight, that's the end of the world. I mean, you know, that's the end of the zone or whatever. Ooh. Upgrade that, and voila, that is the last upgrade for the Pickle Blaster. But you know, I guess you could count that as you know, the end of the world. So it's like, I don't know, but I'm just gonna say 1 per 5 levels. Anyway, we have upgraded the Pickle Blaster, which is great. I'll be using that until I can fully upgrade one more weapon. Don't think I'll be able to do that by the end of the playthrough, but, you know, I'll most certainly try. The next gun I'd like to upgrade would probably be the condiment cannon. Yes, I know all the weapon names, because I am a dork that has played through this game like 15,000 times. So you've got the Pickle Blaster, what is it? Wow. Okay, I'm already forgetting the names. You know, when you ask me when I ask myself on the spot, that's when I forget the names. You got the Pickle Blaster, the Condiment Cannon, the Exploding Pie Launcher, the Neptune's Crown, or Neptune's Spear. I think it's Neptune's Crown. Oh, Neptuning Fork. That's it. The Neptuning Fork. I get it eventually. The Neptuning Fork, and what what is that other weapon called? It's the tartar sauce laser, I guess. I don't really know what you call it, but it's a, you know, a tartar sauce weapon that just shoots tartar sauce. Oh, I'm gonna die. I went the wrong way. Maybe they'll respawn. Okay, I think they're respawning in time. This part's a little bit challenging because, you know, you don't have jumping. So if you're getting these jumps slightly off, you're gonna fall. And I do remember, you know, I'm using an analog stick right now, which is a godsend for this game. But I remember my last playthrough, I used a D-pad, and it is so challenging to play this game with a D-pad. It was really designed around an analog stick. So this game's pretty tough to play on real hardware. Unless you've got a 3DS, then, you know, then it's fine. Let me check something real quick. Ooh, we're already hitting 21 minutes. Okay. After this level, that really needs to be the end of the video. Honestly, I probably should have stopped the video before this level started. Oh well. Anyway, I got hit by that. Anyway, but yeah, once I get to the gun selection, I'll remember, but that's the last weapon that I forgot the name of. I remember most of them. Yeah, and if you want to know a rundown of the weapons, since there's a few of them that I will never use because they suck. The exploding pie launcher is just annoying. It shoots pies in an arc, and fairly slowly, making it kind of worthless. Scratch that, not kind of worthless, completely worthless. It's a weapon of no value whatsoever. The tartar sauce cannon, or whatever it's called, shoots a straight line of tartar sauce, but at a short range. So, you know, it's great for defeating enemies quickly up close, but not great for defeating anything far away. So if it's a weapon that has a lot of health, then it's probably best to go with, you know, the Pickle Blaster. Or the Neptunian Fork is also a good alternative. That's a weapon that shoots in 3 ways. So if you're really surrounded by a bunch of enemies, which will end up happening a lot in both this game and the console version, it's actually a really good alternative weapon to use. But honestly, the Pickle Blaster is a really great weapon, and it's most likely the one that you're just going to be using throughout the entire game, because it does the job pretty well. And then the Condiment Cannon is kind of like a slower Pickle Blaster. So the Condiment Cannon takes a little bit to charge up, but when it does, it shoots faster than the Pickle Blaster. So it's kind of a risk versus reward thing. Do you want to risk waiting while enemies possibly swarm you, but you end up getting faster shots as a result? Or do you want to just use the Pickle Blaster that has a constant firing rate? You know, the choice is yours, I guess. But, you know, I used to kind of want to try out a variety of weapons, but nowadays, whenever I play Plains of Robotic Revenge, I just always choose the Pickle Blaster, and I just stick with it throughout the entire playthrough. I like Sandy's run cycle a lot in this game. I think it pretty suits her character. Her arm is flailing around, but not to an extent where it looks weird. I think it fits, you know, the character pretty well. And I like her run cycle. Her run cycle actually does look like she is, you know, running. Unlike Patrick, that just looks like he's kind of walking around. So, honestly, in terms of run cycle, I think this is the best one in the entire game. As a run cycle that both fits the character and looks the part. Like I said, Squidward's is cool too. I like Squidward's, but it doesn't really fit Squidward as a character. He's not the type to flail his arms around like crazy. Unless he's wanting to show off in the Bikini Bottom talent contest. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode. See you later.